Yo, what's going on, guys? Jack here again. Today I wanted to share a video explaining why it's so important for your business to rank on Google. All right, so um, let me preface this by explaining exactly how we go about finding new businesses nowadays, right? So even about 10, 15 years ago, before Google and search engines became really big and smartphones became a thing, when we were looking for a business and things like that, what we did is we would go to Yellow Pages, we would go to Dexter, right? And maybe like refrigerator magnets, and we would get mail that basically advertising. You get these like coupon books and things like that, right? Where people kind of shared their business, and then you would troll through those kinds of things to find a business. So if your toilet was broken, you would go through your magnets, you would go through some of the coupons that you found to call up those people and go through them. Now, things have user experience and user how people go about finding these things have changed over the years, and they've changed drastically. Nowadays, what people do is we go online, whether it's on our computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone, and we search up for the business that we need through that search engine. So let's say that, for example, as I was mentioning earlier, let's say my toilet broke, and I needed it repaired. What I would do is I would either search up like toilet repair Colorado Springs, right? Or I would search up um, plumber near me, and that's essentially what you do. And then what you do is most of the times you usually ignore these Facebook or these Google ads because I mean, I do. I just go. I literally just scroll right past them and just go usually into the organic listings. But right here, you either click on this one of these map packs. You go either into one of these organic listings, read about them a little bit, maybe do a little bit of research, look it up on Yelp and check a couple of reviews and see what people say, see if there's any coupons out there, and then go ahead and give them a call that way. So nowadays, that's exactly how how people go and find businesses nowadays, because the technology is there and it makes it so easy for us to just, at the palm of our hands, just be able to search up for anything that we need locally in the area. And so that's why it's so important, because that's essentially where the traffic is. This is where the people are hanging out. And this is exactly why you need to be showing up in the places where people are hanging out, because what's the point of having a really nice website, a really nice business, if you're not in front of where people are actually looking for your kinds of product or service, right? And so traditional marketing is starting to be phased out. And unfortunately, I wish that wasn't the case, but it is just one of those situations where more and more people, as smartphones become more integrated into our society, that we start taking advantage of just this handheld device to be able to search for everything that we need. Now, on top of that, Google allows us to look at reviews. We like to get more feedback, more information than if you just look at a coupon and say, okay, these guys probably do a good job, they get a great deal, I'll probably go through them. Through Google, you get a lot more information. You get to read about the business, you get to read about the reviews, you get to read about exactly when they got established, who the owners are, things like that. And so it's very important. Like I said, just goes back to just making sure that you're listing on Google. If you're not on Google, if you're not ranking organically in Google, you're literally handing out your competition 90% of the business. So it's absolutely imperative, because Google is just the most powerful search engine in terms of the traffic and how much value that it brings to your website. Now, if I wish it wasn't the case that Google had a monopoly on the search engine market. I mean, it's more kind of like an oligopoly, because there's a couple others like Yahoo and Bing. But the reason why we focus on Google here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads, and why we optimize and try to understand Google's algorithm, is because that's where the majority of the search traffic happens, and that's the majority of where people are looking for products or services in the area. Right? And so that's essentially what we do, right? We try and figure out how the algorithm works. We figure out, okay, so we need more content. We need to make sure that the meta descriptions are there. We want to make sure that there's powerful contextual links, but not too much. Make sure that the anchor text is not stuff. All kinds of these nerdy little things that we study every single day to really optimize and make make your website, our client's website, show up at the top of Google for all the different keywords, for all the different phrases that people search into that's relevant to the product or service that they provide. All right, guys. So I'll wrap it up here. Like I said, it's very important for you to be on there. And so if you're not on there, you need to look into it immediately, because in my opinion, SEO is going to be one of those things that's going to be a part of your business budget moving forward, because it's just so powerful and integral in terms of taking your business to the next level and actually growing it out. All right. So thanks. Appreciate it.